You know what? I go out and do a lot of things by myself. Like, I do like the company of other people, but what I've noticed is it's just too much of a hassle to get people to actually want to do things with you. And I'm not necessarily sure if it's because of my friend group or just their motivation, their lack of motivation, their timing, their work ethic. I don't know exactly what it is, but I figured you don't need people. You can do everything that you want to by yourself, essentially. Fuck what other people think when they look at you. I do stuff by myself so much. If I, like, it's nice to have companionship. It's nice to have someone to talk to. It's nice to have someone around, but is it really worth the hassle to always have to have someone with you? Like, I really want to go to movies and really see that movie, but Jane won't go with me. Tina won't go with me. Derek's busy. John can't go. Daquan can't go. Tisha can't go. So I guess I can't go. Where does it say you have to have two people to do anything? Like, anything. To go to the movies, you can go by yourself. To go out to eat, you can go by yourself. And it doesn't have to be fast food. You can go to a nice, fancy sit-down restaurant and get a table for one, or I don't know, they'll probably seat you at a table for two or four, but whatever. You can go by yourself. Who cares what other people think? You do. You care. You do. I don't. And the only way that I don't is because I've realized from as much time as I've spent by myself, and that wasn't because of choice, that was more or less a force, but the same, well, 50-50 force and choice. When you have what you have, what can you do with it? What I had, I couldn't do much with it, so it was either learn very bad behaviors or just learn who I am. I didn't really learn who the fuck I was, but I spent so much time by myself. If I'm by myself, it is what it is. It's what I grew up with. It's what I know. So if I'm by myself, it's just okay. For some people, it's like, no, I don't really understand that. You gotta be able to be by yourself at some point in life, because you were born, unless you're a twin or a Siamese, but you were born by yourself. And even twins, they're still born by themselves. It's just a couple minutes apart, but still, you were born by yourself. You will die. Twins could go that way too, but this could speculate between on how you die, freak accidents, but essentially, you will die by yourself. You will live life for the longest time with yourself, by yourself. You will be lonely, but it's just you don't always realize it. I could be in a crowded room and I still feel lonely because it's just a bunch of people. It's just a bunch of bodies. It's just a bunch of heartbeats. It's just a bunch of eyes. It's just a bunch of people. And yeah, just a bunch of people, because the people aren't brought definition and meaning until I give that person a definition or a meaning. Because in all honesty, a friend is a friend to me, but not to you, because you don't know them. So company to you is not always company to me, and company to me is not always company to you. And there's really no such thing as company to me, because I will admit, there are some people I do enjoy being around. There are people that I do like to spend time with and only hang out with them. But at the same time, I always feel like I'm alone. It doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter who's around me most of the times. I always feel like I'm alone. And maybe it's just because of my upbringing, maybe it's other things, but I've always felt that way, so it never affects me when people try to make plans with me and then cancel, and then I have to go there awkwardly by myself. So due to the reason of people never picking and choosing what the fuck they want to do, I just completely eliminated the whole entire process of asking people to spend time with me, because I feel like I shouldn't have to ask you to spend time with me. And even then, I shouldn't have to get there and then realize you're not there and then be like, oh, I guess I leave. No, for me, it's just like, oh, okay. So I've learned throughout the years I'm a learner. So throughout the years, I've learned the people that I can trust, the people I can make plans with, and the people I can't. I even have, till this day, people I talk to that try to make plans with me, and I don't even try to move anything on my day, because I know exactly how they're going to be. They're going to say, let's hang out here. Let's hang out at this time. And then they won't show up. Or they'll just completely ghost me throughout the whole entire day, and then I'm just like, well, I'm glad I decided to go out to the soccer fields and kick the soccer ball around. I'm glad I decided to write a poem. I'm glad because honestly, that's a fucking disappointing thing. Like, for someone to make plans with you and then not to show up, not even to apologize, say they're busy, but they typically show up the next day, have an excuse. But at least the same day, communication is the key type of shit, is what I always look for. And if I know you're a shitty communicator, then when you ask to make plans with me, I'm just like, oh, I got a free day tomorrow. Even though I understand what you said, I just know that your words hold no weight. I know the way that you act. I play a lot. I don't know why you don't get it. I tell people all the time I'm playing. So I will listen, but words don't mean a lot to me. Actions are what speak volumes to me. So go ahead, make all the words that you want to come together, but unless you're planning to put your feet in front of me, I don't care what the fuck you say to me. And that's why when I don't really tell people what I'm about to do. And even if I do, I don't always do what I'm about to do because I hate to be predictable. So even though I may say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I may or may not, to be honest, because I have so many crazy thoughts in general, just things that go in and out, and what I stick to is not necessarily what I want to always go through with, and if I do, it's not always something I'm going to finish, so it's like, I'll come back to it eventually. But when it comes to adding other people in, I don't tell you I'm going to do something with you and not do it unless you start it and you don't tell me when to do it. You don't give me times, you don't give me anything, I don't know what to do. If I plan something with you and I don't show up, that's because I told you ahead of time, not leaving you stranded like, what the fuck, where the hell is he? I told you ahead of time something's going astray with me. Like maybe I'm running late. Maybe something came up that made me not show up for this day. I know there's an appointment for you and I that I made, so I should communicate. Don't make appointments with me if you're not going to communicate with me. I'm 100% fine if you're going to try to make it with me, but at the same time, I know how you communicate. So if you're not going to communicate with me, then I'm not going to plan to move anything around you. I can make time for anybody and everybody, but at the same time, I'm not making time for nobody. I'm just saying, I valued being alone so much, it doesn't even faze me when people leave me on standby anymore. Why should it faze you? Yeah, I learned to be successful one way or another. Leaning on other people, yes, that can help you, but at the same time, that's not going to help you become successful. That just means you have a support system, and once they leave, I bet you'll fall flat. I bet you'll fall flat on your face. So if you become your own support system and you ain't going to ever leave until you die, well, that's why I value so much alone time, but at the same time, I do like spending time with people. But not everybody.